In the big Bilge Tank.
We'll keep you in the know.
In the big Bilge Tank.
We'll fix your techie woes.
And we'll break things and we'll make things till we're all together raking, and
We'll
we'll
raise a cup of grog down in the big Bilge Tank. In the big Bilge Tank. Come and join our pirate crew. In the big Bilge Tank.
We will show you what to do.
And we'll hack it till we crack it.
and we'll tell the world about it and forget to tidy up.
That's why it's now a Bilge Tank.
Hello and welcome to episode 047 of the Bilge Tank from Sheffield on Sea.
Howdy.
Hello.
Got Paul and Sandy with us today, and we're going to do a little bit of an update on the beacony style Kickstarters.
Yep.
We've got some new product things. We've got an array of Triffid monsters.
Ooh.
Killed one. He killed it. And we've got some other cool stuff. We've got some robotics stuff that we've got in stock recently. And pHAT is going on sale today.
Yep.
I've also done in my neck struck shoulder, so every time I turn, I have to turn my entire body.
My back's still kind of knackered as well, so
Really?
I'm kind of like not leaning too much.
What's your ailment, Sandy?
I'm okay.
Oh,
I'm all right.
fine.
Right. So we beat up Sandy later. Put him on brand. So yeah, it's really hot today, and BT is still having a few teething issues, so we may disappear.
They've had another power outage at a totally different facility,
Right.
apparently, so that's fun. Yesterday was a nightmare, and
So was it just power outage as things went boom in the heat?
yeah, I don't know, not entirely sure, but something hit the fan.
Yeah.
Alright, let's check out these Beacon Kickstarter things. You looked at these last week when I was on holiday.
Yes, we did, yeah.
How were they doing then?
So they were doing pretty well. I'd say they'd probably not quite doubled up. So we've got 1,000 backers here.
That's, I guess, relatively slow going. They're kind of cool though.
They are very cheap though as well.
I love the name Puck.
Puck.js.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but you say it's cheap, but it's 1,000 backers at £62,000. That's like £60 a person on average backing.
Yeah.
So it's not. I mean, it's not like it's not Pi Zero cheap.
Oh, certainly, yeah.
But yeah, they're kind of cool. They look like they're 3D printed prototypes, though, don't they? A bit rough. You've probably already talked about all of this. First time I've seen it.
Not so much, yeah. We're just talking about languages, really.
All right.
The other one there was the
Ruby
Royal
tag.
Finnish Ruby tag.
And similar story. If you do the conversion, a few more backers.
A few more backers, 1,500 backers. So that's doing
Mm.
very well, and similar kind of revenue.
That's a weird format.
Yeah, I like the design. It's got a really clever design where the battery actually fits at the
Sits
centre
inside,
at
yeah,
the centre
yeah.
of the PCB.
It's more like flying saucer mode.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
But the most exciting is the Omega 2.
Exciting.
I like it.
Okay.
I actually like the format because it's so tiny.
It's the world's smallest, apparently.
If you say so,
Again.
isn't it always? But apparently the Omega, I never actually used one, but the Omega was quite highly rated. As in, it's a nice bit of kit. It's well put together. The fact that this is again notionally £5, $5.
I mean, yeah, it is $5, and they've been a bit coy with shipping, but not for terrible reasons.
Was it like $7 to ship?
It doesn't say.
Oh,
That's the thing. It's $5, but then they don't even try to guess at the shipping.
infinite shipping fee.
Well, they say just go to our store and look at the shipping fee on there, and it'll be about the same.
Wow.
And they are quite reasonable. UK was $5.60.
That's like the worst argument ever. Well, you'd have thought they could have worked it out, especially if they already run a store.
It would have been, it would have been nice if there wasn't that uncertainty.
I'm getting kind of tired of. I mean, we've backed this because I won't have to play anyway. But I'm getting tired of Kickstarters where they then send you off to some bloody portal to upgrade your pledge and add extra things on, and then pay your shipping and then add your VAT. It's just like I don't know. It doesn't feel right, does it? But I'm sure they have their reasons. Well, to get to the $5 price point, no doubt. But I don't know. I think it looks kind of cool. Obviously, it's very weak hardware compared to, say, a Pi Zero. But it is super small. The fact that you can run a full Linux stack is pretty cool.
Yep.
Wi-Fi on board is obviously nice and very small form factor.
They have a Bluetooth as well, don't they? But it's kind of, there's a bunch of add-ons.
Is it basically the Broadcom chipset? Is it the same?
I don't know.
Okay, I need to
Is
read.
it breadboardable? Can you stick it on the breadboard?
You can certainly get some docks for it. They have like these different expansion docks. I don't know what the pin pitch is on the main module. If it's 0.1 inch, then presumably but
Yeah.
it looks like it might be tighter. I think it might be 2mm pitch, which would make it more awkward to work with. But we'll see. There you go. There's a nice little comparison there. I just think it's
normal and plus.
Yeah, I think it's kind of cool. It's nice. It's got some nice hardware interfaces and stuff, and it looks interesting. If it's good enough, I'm sure we'll stock it. But yeah, I think it's cool concept, and they seem like decent guys. They've run Kickstarters before.
Yep.
The old product's been out for quite some time, so presumably they know what they're doing, and you wouldn't expect anything particularly to go wrong there. So yeah, check it out. That's the Omega 2. Really long page. There you go. Super, and they're going quite well as well. I think this has only been out for 2 days.
Yeah, pretty much. There's about 2,000 people. Not quite yet, but what did you do?
Press back with my pencil of doom.
Yeah, 2 days ago. So about 2,000 people, $68,000.
Yeah.
So do your math, about $30 a pop.
Do you not get the feeling though that a lot of like that, if it had been a couple of years ago, would have just been through the roof, right?
Oh gosh, yeah.
You get the feeling that these kind of campaigns are definitely a lot less. Not that they're less strong in and of themselves, but I think the kind of fervour is.
I think are they not less unique now? There seem to, especially now there's been lots of them.
That's the other thing, isn't it? There are a lot of, I guess, Wi-Fi solutions. I really love their little RF can with like the laser etch stuff on there. In fact, that's one of the reasons I like it, which is really stupid.
Feels finished.
It does feel finished.
Yeah. I think a lot of these little Kickstarters as well, they're like us, they don't have kind of good relations to the press that much.
Mm-hmm.
So they haven't got a Roy Cletton Jones advocating for them. Again, like you say, because they're not as groundbreaking as they would have been a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe that's just it.
Changes. Interesting. Nice little chip antenna on there as well.
Yep.
Would be interesting. And they've got a little SMA connector also. Wonder how they switch between. We'll see.
It may be just the Balin Sports.
It's kind of cool. What do you want next, Mr. Beach?
New products. Let's start with
your hand.
Let's start with our new products.
This one.
Yeah. So that's my custom micro.
Can we go close up?
Custom micro dot. Micro dot. Right, close up.
Yep.
It's too damn
So
long.
this is microdot pHAT. So it's one of our pHAT boards that are specifically aimed at the Pi Zero. So the same size as the Pi Zero.
I wouldn't say specifically aimed. Are we saying
It's a format. It fits on a Pi Zero. It's for any Pi.
It's for any Pi,
yeah.
But
works nicely with the Pi Zero.
It's cute, yeah.
But also nicely with the Pi 3 as well.
Yes.
Or Pi 2.
Or B+, yeah.
Or an A+.
Or A+. Yeah.
I guess the thing about this is we've already shown it like 3 or 4 times on Bilge Tank,
Yeah,
so it's not exactly a surprise. But these should go on today, available for sale.
Yep.
The LED modules are not cheap, which means that in total it's quite a lot more expensive than our other pHATs, but that's really just because of the LED modules. Though you can buy the bare board on its own and source the modules separately or whatever. DigiKey carry them? Mouser maybe?
DigiKey, I think, the one we've seen on a lot. Yeah.
But even from DigiKey, they're not cheap. It's just the nature of the beast. It's what they are. So
they're a 5x7 matrix. They're just sweet.
They're super cool.
Yeah. They're kind of comparable to our little retro digit displays, but a lot more. There's a lot more pixels floating around.
They're just I just look at them. They're just different, aren't they? And that's good enough, really. They're just interesting. One thing that's quite cool about microdot pHAT is you don't need to fully populate it. So if you only want a couple of digits or 4 digits, then you don't actually need to buy other LED modules. What we're doing is we sell it as a bare board. We also sell pairs of the LEDs either in red or green, so that you can choose your own LED modules, or we'll sell a full bundle with a modest saving that is all green or all red. So that is the option. It's obviously sold to yourself as it's a pHAT, and it's compatible with all our other pHATs. So if you want to use like a mini Black Cat hacker or something, you can run this alongside something else.
Phat.
Or if you want to make a stack with a pHAT DAC like I have here.
Ooh, a pHAT DAC stack. We always stack the pHAT DAC.
Yeah, well, it's
I just like saying it.
I think it works well with the LED pHATs that we've got, like scroll pHAT or.
It does as like an
Microdot.
indicator or whatever. Isn't
Exactly,
it? You get
yeah.
some feedback.
Yeah.
Did you have a demo for that, or did we not get to a demo?
I didn't finish it in time. So
What were you going to do?
All right,
We'll do that next time. I was going to have. I was going to make it into a little Spotify streaming box.
Actually, this is like one of those head massage units. No.
They make me go very wobbly. They do.
They make you go wobbly.
The head massage things.
Oh right, I
You
see.
tried them on
Sorry.
me, and I'm like pacified bear.
Just ribbling out of one side of your mouth.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Sorry, Sandy.
Yes, I was
We've
going to
slightly
make
diverted away from the topic.
a Spotify streaming Pi Zero with.
Oh, is that what you were doing?
Yeah,
Right,
yeah. with pHAT DAC, and then the track name and the artist name scrolling across the display.
There's something about, for some reason, track names and artist names should always be scrolling left.
Yep.
Like, if they're static, that's no fun at all. They should always be scrolling.
No, unless it's like a Japanese artist. And they can scroll the other way.
Oh, sorry, it can scroll in either direction. It's just, it always feels like they should be scrolling. Like on my car's display, it scrolls.
Just
on everything, it
pause
scrolls.
And then scroll.
Yeah, pause for a moment.
Wait, and then scroll.
And scroll.
Yeah.
Can you make it do that?
Yeah.
Brilliant.
It's kind of one of those assumed design patterns these days.
It is, basically.
If aliens came to Earth, they'd be like, what do you do that for?
Yeah.
And we're like, well, reasons, obviously.
Finite display width.
Also, if you don't like the microdot pHAT there, if you want a sleeker display, I've actually coloured one in with a Sharpie.
What
a
have you
Sharpie
done?
Pro.
Oh,
Just to make it
sorry,
stealth.
the text. Right, I see.
Yeah. So look at that. Stealth microdot pHAT.
What were you thinking?
I was thinking that I want it to be nice and black and sleek
okay.
and 70s.
We should maybe do a lid for that.
I even coloured in the
trimmed
contacts.
around. I can see you did.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Yeah, there's someone actually asking in the comments about a diffuser.
Yeah, I think we're going to have a look at that. We do sell add-on plates for the full Pybo. We haven't really looked at it for the Zero yet.
Well, we have for the Scroll Fat kit. We maybe just need to
We
release
did, but
that.
it was a bit of a one-offy thing, wasn't it? But maybe we can do something a bit more.
I mean, Sandy's made a couple of full cases, and
Yeah,
they
they're
work.
quite tall though.
They're quite tall, but they do work.
They do work, yeah.
We need to just find that nice, the way that is very Pimmeroni about to do it, because otherwise, we just don't care if it's not the Pimmeroni way of doing things.
On time, oh my job.
No, we're reading through the comments. So yeah,
having a quick
the other new thing we got this week are these Hobby Creek third hands, or fourth hands, or fifth hands. You can have up to 6 hands. Wait, you can add more.
No, you can add loads of these things, and actually we sell the pipes separately anyway. The main reason we've got these is that we've stocked the SparkFun third hand kit for a long time, and it's awesome. The only downside to it is you have to assemble it yourself, and forcing these onto the tubes, the articulated whatsits, is really hard. Like that, they take a lot
right up there
of
with
force.
trying to cut an avocado stone, isn't it?
Pretty much, yeah. I mean, it takes a lot of power to do it, which basically means all of our reviews for the third hand, or all our contacts are, I love this, it's brilliant, or oh my god, you've ruined my life.
Okay, yeah.
So what
These
ones come fully assembled. Oh, I think you screw them into the base.
Yeah.
Is that the only thing you have to do? Or do they come fully assembled?
No, fully assembled.
Fully assembled.
Wow.
Yeah.
So they're a little bit more
I feel like I'm about to
expensive.
break this.
No, don't even do it, man. It's not even worth it.
So there's a little one with.
No, you have to pull the orange bit off. This screws into the orange bit.
No, I was screwing earlier.
Oh no, that's not how that. Yeah, but the fully assembled, the SparkFun one, this is completely loose.
Okay.
You have to
I
take
saw
that
I
off.
was screwing
then pop
earlier,
it
and it
through.
wasn't crimped, and
Yeah.
there's like a screw thing there. You could just unscrew.
That's not how the
to replace
SparkFun one
it.
is.
Okay.
But basically,
That's
they
how this
were
one was.
really hard to put together. Like you could do it, and I've done it a couple of times, and it is a pain, but it's worth it. These are fully
Easy
assembled,
peasy.
so you don't have to mess around with that. They also have a much wider range, which is
They've got
kind of cool.
they've got the nubbins on the end as well.
The little doot, doot, doot,
Yeah.
To protect your
PCB,
Whatever you're
PCB.
putting in there.
your delicate solder resist.
And anodized.
And they're anodized, so you get we get them in different colours, which is whatever. But there's like 4 different colours you can pick from, which is kind of cool. And there's a bigger range, so you've got like a little 2-hand one that actually has space for a third hand to go in.
Yep.
Ironically, and then there's the kind of mega one that has space for up to 8 arms if you want 8 arms on there, and it's also quite nice because it has little component wells
Little
at the bottom
component
as well.
We've got something sticking there.
Yeah,
That's no good.
that's not
And then there's
microdot fat.
there's this one that you can actually attach a Panavice to.
Yeah, the
And
Panavice
so-
is awesome.
Yeah, so
Really
we've got
awesome.
a Panavice here that's.
Yeah, the Panavice Junior we stock in the store. This is like one of those things you buy one of for your birthday or Christmas. You get one of
Yeah,
these.
these are amazing.
Yeah.
It's a lifetime thing, isn't it? You
Can we
use
get
it
very
forever.
close up?
Oh yeah, sure. We can do that.
So the Panavice is specifically designed for holding PCBs during assembly, which is what makes it so darn handy.
Let's get this right there.
I'm going to find out how much it is because I can't remember.
Yeah, so basically you've got this, you've got a ball and socket joint, so you can kind of, pivot it any way you want, and then you can loosen the jaws on it.
Yeah. They actually sell a separate little winder for this, so you can unwind it more quickly.
Yeah, it takes.
It's actually got very fine control.
Yeah.
It takes a while. So then you can get your PCB and
Thread it in.
go wrong way. There we go.
And it's ready for work.
Mm-hmm.
Dead handy. Panavice is £24. Just checked it on the store. Panavice has been around for a long time. They do a range of kind of PCB
So then this
tools and things.
attaches like that.
Oh my word!
Um,
Look at that.
and then it comes with screws so you can.
Serious screws.
Where are we? There.
Machine screws.
So you can then attach it, securely to the base of the third hand, and then have these to
Ultimate working environment.
Yep.
do whatever you want with, really.
Hold the sandwich.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So attached to your desk, your workbench,
Maybe a
Or your-
cigar.
yeah,
puff on a cigar while you're.
your secret layer.
Secret layer. That's
Yeah.
it. Very nice. Sarah Vanan M is: do we have a Pi Zero edge connector like the microbit does? We don't. The microbit has a completely different format of connector, so it's nothing like.
We are looking
Pi
at
Zero.
something like
We're looking at some
a
solderless
normal solder solution.
Yeah, solderless solutions, but it would be quite different to the way
Yep.
that microbit works.
Oh yeah, yeah. But yeah, the microbit connector, the edge connector, does actually eventually wear things away, doesn't it? It'll be a few insertions, but it's not
Sorry, the
the edge connector. So if you unplug it and plug it in long enough, it'll actually eventually.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
the old NES cartridges or
Yeah.
or a PCI slot or
Game
whatever.
Boy.
So we'll have
cartridges.
something maybe similar to that, or maybe even just one shot. All it does is will avoid soldering.
And Stephen Kemp is asking if we're going to sell different colour Pibo Zero cases. We did used to do a different colour for the old version of the Pi Zero, and then when we got the new version of the Pi Zero, we thought we'd change the colours to make it really clear what version it was for.
Yeah.
I don't think we've really got any plans to do like.
We've got some.
Variants.
We've got plans, but not
we've got,
variants.
apparently
Oh,
we've
yeah,
got plans.
But it needs a little bit of a rework anyway, just for aesthetics. We might just go for simpler sandwiches as well.
Oh yeah, different style of
Sandwiches.
case completely. Yeah.
'Cause it's
Oh,
our
I know what
birthday.
plans we've got. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Fair enough.
We've got a birthday coming up soon as well.
We
so
have.
look out for big celebrations around our 4th birthday.
Mark Track says death to third-party pledge managers. I couldn't agree more. Nice.
Well, you can use them as long as it doesn't affect the reward just getting sent out based on the details you provided through the platform
isn't it?
already.
Yeah, it's like just another attempt.
I still
to get
haven't got
your
my
details.
pocket chip.
Have you not?
No.
Wow, I got mine. Or did I just open yours and steal it?
No, you ordered one afterwards, then you or something.
Yeah, I did.
Oh, yeah.
I got a Kickstarter one. Maybe that was yours.
Yeah,
Okay.
Sorry.
Fine, I'm not going
I
to
thought
blame
I
Chip for
backed
that
it.
one.
And then I gave it to Phil just to rub it in.
I ordered one after the Kickstarter finished, so
Yeah.
I pre-ordered the kind of the ones
Actual.
for public launch,
Yeah.
and that's not arrived yet.
No, I've done an order, like a real order as well, a pre-order, and that's.
Well, they should start shipping soon, shouldn't they?
I would have thought so. They tend to be pretty quick. They're reasonably on it,
I
aren't
think
they?
they said
those guys?
August. I think they were aiming
Yeah.
for August.
Okay, that's not far away.
Yeah.
We'll see how that goes.
Just before we go on, it's worth mentioning that Sandy's put up an assembly guide for the micro.pHAT, which is going to become relevant very shortly. So there's
to read that URL, obviously.
absolutely. Well, just go to the learning portal and
It's in the
That'd be
YouTube
great.
description, actually.
perfect. There you go.
Yeah.
So this is basically just a complete guide to how you would assemble a micro.pHAT when it arrives. Take you through the process so that you know you've got it all right. The actual LED modules are non-reversible, so that they're keyed, which means you can't install them upside down, which is very nice.
Not without main force.
No. So that's awesome. I think you've also got a tutorial
kind
on
of-
using it generally,
Yeah,
right?
getting started guide.
Hey, that's what we like.
So that basically guides you through how to light pixels, how to light columns, how to light all of the pixels, how to scroll text on it,
Lovely.
all the kind of basic stuff that you would want to do with it.
Very nice. It's worth mentioning that the photos don't bring out the brightness, do they?
Yeah,
Like, it
it's-
looks way brighter in person than that.
Yeah, yeah.
We're going to have to work on the camera settings and see if we can capture it a bit more accurately. But that's awesome. Nice one, Sandy.
Cool.
There's a blog post as well about it, about the
And the blog
Yeah,
posts.
yeah.
Wow.
triple.
Triple threat.
So yeah, all about the development of the boards, talking about Phil's design for it, about the LED matrices themselves.
Oh, lovely. I
It's
love
got-
that graphic.
Yeah. Yeah.
Animated GIFs with a microscope, Sandy. Impressive. I like it. So yeah, a nice introductory article about the modules and how it was developed and all that kind of stuff. If you want to know, just read out. Okay. Should we kill all the various overlays?
Fine.
We're just like, we're just one overlay away from Fade to Black right now.
There we go.
Yay. Welcome back. What do you want to have a look at next, Andy?
We've got some more new products. We've got these. We've got a few Forronics things.
Forronics is run by a guy called Gareth, who we've known for ages. He visited us at our old workshop.
Oh yeah,
So
long since.
Yeah, I must have known him for like 3 years or something. But we've never stocked any of his range, I don't think.
Yeah, so
So-
we stocked some stuff before, surely.
Do they do the traffic light hat thing?
Yeah.
They do this little guy.
But they've
I'm
got
going to open it up.
they've got a hat one as well.
No, I think
No,
that's
that's Ryan Tech.
Is it?
Yeah. Have you got a blade there? Or-
Have we got, I've got
one
a
in my
small
pocket.
blade in my pocket. Okay.
I've got a big one.
Have you seen it?
There you go.
What's an admission to make? In public, no less. Sorry. He was actually there first. Thanks, Paul. So there was a few things that Gareth makes that we kind of liked and we thought we'd bring in because there were gaps in our range that these covered. But at the same time, I just wanted to get these tiny little traffic lights because they're really cute.
Yeah.
Let's go close up.
He's kind of got in touch with us, said, "Hey, that new thing you've got, we should really probably have that." And he was kind of like, "Yeah, sure. I thought you didn't like anything." And we were like, "No, we love stuff. We just so busy we don't get in touch now and again."
Yeah.
And so yeah, we got in touch and finally got a load of stuff that fitted well with what we do. So there's a bunch of new products for Forronics in. Go check them out. Grab those.
Largely it's kind of robotic stuff because he focuses quite heavily on robotics.
He's very good at the robotics. He's
And
got
good
good
at
crumble stuff, hasn't he? He's got good stepper driver stuff there.
Yep, this is a 4-stepper driver,
Mm-hmm.
stepper motor driver for the Pi Zero or any Pi, obviously, comes fully
Yeah.
assembled. So it's quite
power
nice.
connector on there. Oh,
This
yeah.
will be input power, and then you've got like standard stepper motor 5-pole
the kind of NEMA plugs
connectors.
that are popping
So a
up.
really easy way to connect a collection of stepper motors to a Pi, really. So
Mhm.
yeah, nice meaty chips.
4 as well. XYZ. and
XYZ.
Something else.
Looks like you can either supply power through a USB, micro B USB, or through a kind of a power jack, which is nice.
There's a Pi Zero motor driver board. Looks like
Yeah,
it's
this
got-
is actually like a little robot platform, isn't it? Because it
Yeah.
it has a header for a proximity sensor. It has some other channels broken out. 2 motor drivers, which
Yep.
I'm guessing are H bridges. Is it all underside assembly? Yeah, probably a dual H bridge or something. Looks like a TI part and some sort of microcontroller. So that one's quite nice. I guess in the kind of Piberella Stroke Explorer hat style of things, isn't it? With a mixture of features on there all on one board.
Yep.
Yeah, looks good.
There's also a kind of regular hat, robo hat. So I guess that's like a bigger version of the
Of that one, yeah.
Pi Zero one. Looks like it's got I2C broken out as well. I don't think the other one has that. No.
Just a range of useful stuff. In fact, well, it depends on the driver chip. It might be an I2C motor driver, but
So it looks almost exactly the same apart from the I2C broken out on the.
It's got more
Larger
clamps on it
one.
and things.
Yeah,
So it's probably a bit beefier.
and I
Well,
guess
yeah,
it's got the
it's
power
barrel
jack
jack
on
and
it as well.
I like the little traffic light because I think this is awesome as a little status indicator because it
Yeah.
sticks up from your Pi. So if you've got your Pi in like a Pibo or something, you just have the little traffic lights there.
It
can be
looks
like
the part as well.
heavy load, low load, and yeah, it's been really nicely put together.
Yeah.
So, super cheap, but kind of awesome fun as well.
How much are they?
I think they're like £2 or something. They're not expensive. Maybe
Yeah.
£2.50. Let's have a check.
So how do you actually? Are they just
Ooh.
GPI opens then? Do you just toggle on and off the 3 pins?
Yeah,
Is
literally.
that
Well, that ground, basically, you have to position it where. Well, you don't even have to position it where there's a ground available. You just need 4 pins that you can control because obviously
Yeah,
you can pull
yeah.
the ground one low
Yeah,
and drive the
yeah.
LEDs.
Yeah.
So I believe you can put it in a various kind of different array, different positions on the GPIO header. So I've seen him running at least 2 of these off a single Pi,
Right.
which in principle you can do. But
Yeah.
it's just kind of cool. So I think like you can't put it everywhere on the GPIO, but there's a lot of places where you could easily get 4 pins that are manipulable,
Yeah.
or 3 pins next to the ground, whichever works. It's £3.50. Sorry, I underestimated it.
Still pocket money, isn't it?
But there is proof that you can run 4 of them simultaneously on a Pi, right there. Can't bring it up. Let's have a picture with it illuminated. That's kind of fun. There you go. So yeah, cool little product. We like that one. And then the last thing was
Smart.
MyAware muscle sensors.
yeah.
So this is where we bring the monkey in as a demo.
Are we going to hook up the monkey?
The monkey's already
It's
hooked up.
up already.
Oh, is it? Oh, yeah, of course it is.
Can we get the close-up
There
cam?
you go. Medi monkey.
So there's the monkey with the muscle. And that's a good kind of GPIO. Is this muscle being tensed? And then what have we got to add on to that, Sandy?
So this is a full kit with all of the various different MyoWare doodads. So there's the muscle sensor.
Yep.
There is the leads for the muscle sensor.
Mm-hmm.
There is a little LED
Bar graph.
bar graph
Ooh.
module.
Yeah. I think that's like for the tension of the muscle or something to feedback, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Just in
There-
case you're challenged on the street, you can prove that you do in fact lift.
There is a little coin cell
holder,
battery
yeah.
holder. So I guess if you want the whole thing to be wireless, then you can use that.
Mm-hmm.
There is a pack of the
Electrodes.
little electrode pads for the muscle sensor. There is a little bit of
Just a proto board,
proto
isn't it,
board,
basically,
yeah. And there is, what's this one? Yeah, shield for the cables. So that's so the cables for the electrodes have a 3.5mm jack on them.
Oh, right, okay.
The same as you would get on a set of headphones, I guess.
Mhm.
And then this board has got the
It just breaks them out, essentially. Yeah.
breaks out the connections. Yeah.
Cool. So it's basically like a little body hacking starter kit, isn't it? Or, well, not really body hacking, but
Muscle hacking.
muscle hacking.
Muscle
stuff
control.
thing. Yeah.
If you want to do a Terry Crews advert thing.
It's a little bit weird, but it's kind of interesting.
Yeah.
I like that.
Accessible.
Yeah.
This stuff has always been a bit kind of pricey and weird, and putting it in this package is working out pretty well.
Yeah, it's cute.
So these actually made by SparkFun, or is it just Spark?
Actually, I don't know that they are, but I think some of the adapters maybe. Yeah, because that's got a SparkFun logo on it, but it says
Yeah.
Advanced Technology. Maybe they do the manufacture, but it's
Yeah.
designed by someone else.
I think they might have done the dev kit.
Right.
What's the one on the monkey? Does that have the spark fin on the back somewhere? It's a different red for a star, isn't it?
Is it?
Let's have a look. No, it says MyoWare on it as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, it says Advancer Technologies,
Yeah.
which is the label that's on the
I think SparkFun have just been kind of helping them out or doing
on
the
the box
dev
as
kit.
well.
It's a veritable mystery.
Mm.
And then last up, we have this. Well, we've saved the best to last, I think. This is just an incredible.
I haven't actually watched this yet.
We're going to watch a bit of it now then. It's an incredible project that this guy called H, I'm not sure what his full name is, has put together, which he basically built an entire kind of, you call it a slider where you have a camera moving rig.
Yeah,
it's
slider or dolly.
So it's a slider stroke dolly with pan tilt control and even interpolation between different fixed points and everything.
Yeah.
Entirely from scratch. So it's like finding junk, old printers, old literally anything that has like a motor built into it or some sort of chassis or
reasonably good
platforms.
steppers in them.
And we'll just jump straight to the end because that's like, it's the end result. It's pretty
Is this
amazing.
the money shot?
It's all good. It's all worth watching because it takes you through the process and like the
Yeah.
bits that he finds and the things that he develops to go with them and the software. But like let's just jump back a little bit. So this is his software that does the interpolations. He's taken a couple of snapshots of positions,
Yeah.
and now the system is
And then it
basically
tweens
working
between
its
them.
way. Yeah, exactly
Yeah.
that. And some of the shots he gets are just great.
And he's got it all kind of integrated with, I think it's, what's the open source 3D
Blender.
animation? Blender, yeah.
Right.
He has some sort of Blender related stuff in there. But like, it's the interesting thing is, it's like he started off with the camera on the top.
Yep.
But he flipped over ultimately because it performed a lot better if it was like a hanging gantry rather than, because I guess the weight of the entire assembly was on top of the slider rail rather than kind of pulling down from it. There must have been a reason, but he kind of flipped it halfway through the development. But he gets some incredible shots, takes them into After Effects, and then does other stuff to them. So like this is a
This is
transition.
amazing, yeah, this is incredible.
So that's just a twig in his room.
And he's then, because he's got the mocap data.
Yeah, he
From the
knows
sliding.
He knows the kind of everything that's happened to the camera.
Yep.
Which is kind of cool.
It's amazing.
It is amazing, and literally built out junk. That's the coolest thing. It's like, this obviously this guy's very very talented, but he didn't just go and blow huge amounts of cash to buy all the best stuff here.
And it's the quality of it
amazing.
as well. I mean, it's the kind of quality you would get in a kind of,
Commercial
top-
rig.
a kind of, an advert on the telly or something like that. It's,
Yep.
Oh, this one's pretty cool.
it's amazing. And has he got the focus ring?
Focus ring is
motorised
controlled as well, yeah.
Yeah.
So he can bring the focus in and out, and it's
That's
very,
amazing.
very clever. Well worth a watch. I highly recommend reading the blog article. Highly recommend watching all of the videos because the actual build is just incredible. The stuff that he comes out
Must
with,
have it.
I love that one. It's
it
really
is
nice.
very nice. Is there a link to this on the YouTube video?
Not yet, but I'll add it in.
We'll stick it in after
Yeah.
after the broadcast finishes
Yep.
because you got to watch this.
Mm.
Very cool.
Somebody asking, is Moat available soon?
Yes, we are just tweaking the firmware.
Yep.
The actual hardware is being assembled at the moment, so we don't expect it to be very long. The firmware is basically done. I just need to go through and properly finalise it.
Finesse it.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
basically it. We're thinking about adding a couple of features that won't work on day one, but might build in something nice later. So we just want to make sure we've got all that done before we release it.
We've got the kind of firmware and the field updates pretty much nailed with Flotel.
Yeah, that's true, and we can do firmware updates
Yep.
once it's released, but we're going to try and get it as close as possible.
So what do you reckon, John? Week? 2 weeks?
I reckon about a week.
Sweet.
I'm just working on some other stuff at the moment, but as soon as I get a chance, I will move back onto Moat.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Right. I think that covers everything we want to talk about this week.
Hmm.
We're now going to go and melt into a bucket and recover. Because it's getting kind of toasty in here.
It's getting very toasty in here.
Mm.
Oh, I like it, monkey.
Monkey Surgery Studio.
Ooh. Now that is the next hit game for Game Boy, surely. Game Boy Advance.
Yeah.
Monkey Surgery Studio Plus.
Pokemon Surgery. Professor Studio. There's been a lot of jokes about what the Professor does with spare Pokemon.
I don't even know how. I don't know how Pokemon Go works.
Right.
Sorry.
You
Don't
catch Pokemon.
Well, sorry, I got that bit. But
But
beyond
more
that,
than
I know no depth beyond that.
So you have more than one, you trade it into this shady professor who says, I'll take that away.
Mm.
You have some candy that is relevant to that Pokemon. Where'd
Right.
you get the candy, Professor? You don't mind that.
Okay. And on that note, it's
Yeah.
goodbye from Monkey.
Goodbye from me.
Goodbye.
See you next week.
Don't forget to like.
Subscribe
And comment.
on this video.
And eat a banana.